Stadium with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here. This is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Las Vegas Raiders.
And off we go from Las Vegas. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Here we go, check. 18, right here. Hurt. Right there, hurt.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Max Crosby, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
They came to this week with a winning record, and they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown for their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
19 Tiger. 7 Pirates. Come 19. Warriors 70.
They'll set up to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Touchdown! A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one of the flips on the tape. He's like, he should have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it. And his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put him in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot.
Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf, 28 yards.
And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
The Raiders at 9-6 now. They come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. He's got 1 touchdown pass already in this quarter, obviously looking for number 2, and definitely not playing the check down game.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this, to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
On second down, it's Walker. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from second and 2 to a tough third and 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line.
Touchdown! Noah Fant, a 12-yard touchdown grab as they have taken the lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Seahawks 21, Raiders 14. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard in the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand-checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
Over the middle, it's complete. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. This is the tight end Fant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Great pick, and nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. He's going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams there to make the grab.
And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
He will return this from deep in the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
A gain of 12.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Still 15 yards to go, second down. They'll throw now on the final play. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
2nd and 9 now. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they snap him short of the first as he can only get to the 20. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
in. This might be a free play. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Hustle, hustle.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Back to throw again. And now here is another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick six.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
19 right. Drop 50, drop 50.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
About the way they're moving the ball down the field. They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
70,
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One more time with Jacobs. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This will get the lead up to 7. The kick by Carlson is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he can max out the field goal.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on.
And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's got some space here. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover wave.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always...
Touchdown, Raiders. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
And going right back to Walker.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
This is Walker.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 15.
104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And the Seahawks first down.
On the counter, it's Walker.
And he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds, a few yards shy of the line to gain. And that's going to be a turnover on downs.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak.
At the 15-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Gets this to Waller on the crossing route.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they can pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.
So for Las Vegas, they get a critical 10th win on the year with 1